Welcome to the channel. Passing by to thank everyone for registering. We gained 900 subscribers. Are we going to reach 1,000 subscribers? I count on your registration. Let's go to the video. 5 alternatives for Real Madrid if Kylian Mbappé rejects a move. Transfer speculation surrounding Paris Saint-Germain striker Kylian Mbappé never ceases, and Real Madrid continues to be linked to the potential signing of the Frenchman. However, Spanish newspaper AS claims the star has many doubts about moving away from the Parc des Princes. If he chooses to remain in Paris, it could force Real Madrid to look for alternatives for their front line, as coach Carlo Ancelotti has faced this season without a regular center forward in his team. Instead, Joselu became a rotation option, but wingers Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes took the place of central strikers. However, in the long term, Real Madrid should consider an alternative to Mbappé, which could indicate one of these 5 options. Erling Haaland. The obvious candidate for being the only player in world football who can compete with Kylian Mbappé in terms of talent and reputation. His 19 goals in 22 games for Manchester City this season have only added to that profile, having scored 52 in 53 last season in the Premier League and Champions League victories. Cadena SR reported this month that the club are pursuing the Norwegian but are taking their time in their approach, just as they did in signing his former Borussia Dortmund teammate Jude Bellingham 12 months ago. Haaland's contract at Manchester City is set to run until 2027, and it is unlikely the citizens would want to allow their star to leave. Marca, however, claims he has a release clause of €200 million, $216.8 million, which could be a price Real Madrid could consider paying. Jamal Musiala. A rung on the reputation ladder, but not looking for raw potential, Bayern Munich star Jamal Musiala could be an alternative. With a different profile to Haaland's traditional number 9 or a striker like Mbappé, he is an attacking midfielder who can combine like Jude Bellingham and Brahim Diaz have done this season. At just 20 years old, he has already become a regular at club and national team level and became the youngest player ever to reach 100 appearances for Bayern in December. Thomas Tuchel's side face a battle for the Bundesliga title and has claimed that Musiala would only consider leaving Munich if Real Madrid or Manchester City came calling, and the Spanish side could do just that. It would also reunite Musiala with Bellingham, a former teammate from his time at England's youth level. Benjamin Sesko. Slovenian striker Benjamin Sesko, 20, will face Real Madrid for the first time as a Champions League rival this season, but he has also attracted attention for his impressive performances for RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga, as well as his imposing physique. At 6 feet 4 inches, his aerial prowess makes him a threat and an option that can replicate the impact Joselu has provided this season, but with youth on his side. His progress has been steady, earning him a move to Germany after a spell with Red Bull Salzburg in Austria, scoring 18 goals in 41 games to become the most prolific goalscorer since Haaland. Defensa Central reported that Real Madrid were monitoring him this summer, monitoring the potential of a young man who is capable of playing with both feet. 8 goals in 25 games in Germany show that he continues to adapt and is not yet as prolific as Mbappé, but he could be one of those that Real Madrid brings with an eye on the future. Joselu. Once at the club, Joselu is only on loan at Real Madrid, and a purchase option in the existing deal would have to be exercised to keep him at the Bernabeu beyond this summer. 10 goals in 30 appearances so far, this campaign looks impressive, and he has offered depth and options off the bench, but he is goalless in his last 12 La Liga matches and has not started Carlo Ancelotti in any of the important games since winning the Girona in September. Turning 34 in March, he wouldn't offer a long-term solution or any potential resale value, but he is a popular figure in the dressing room as well as brother-in-law of teammate Dani Carvajal, and offers a continuation of what the team has this season. This may not be a bad thing given current results in 2023-24. No one at all. There is always the possibility that Real Madrid president Florentino Perez would prefer to save his money and invest elsewhere in the squad. It would be a bet, but one that bets on loyalty and the players that Carlo Ancelotti already has at his disposal, with Rodrigo Goes and Vinicius Jr. being the ones who occupy the front line of the team's attack. Jude Bellingham also surprised fans with his goals far exceeding expectations, as he has scored 18 goals in 26 games since joining in the summer. The Englishman sometimes played as a makeshift striker, providing an advantage in front of goal that made him La Liga's top scorer. Perez avoided investing heavily in the pandemic, with Bellingham the only man to rival the €100 million, $108.3 million, spent on Eden Hazard in 2019. Hazard's failure was a lesson for the club's leader, and it seems unlikely that Real Madrid would do so. Take the plunge and bet on a player who doesn't convince those in charge.